I'm Brian,
I'm Liz.
and you're watching That Adventure Guy.
Like and subscribe.
Nailed it. Hello and welcome everyone. It is That Adventure Guy with a new day. Oh, look, here I am. Hi guys. A new day, a new adventure. Today brings us to the Heinz History Center because they have a very special event going on tonight that I was invited to, and they have a new exhibit that I can't wait to see. It's like I think something about the oddities of Pittsburgh. So oddities and curiosity about Pittsburgh, and we love our oddities. Speaking of oddities, look at the size of this ketchup bottle. It is humongous. Now this ketchup bottle was actually from the Heinz Field. Back when Heinz Field was still a thing. Now it's Acrisure Stadium featuring Heinz Field, but you can see there's some pictures of it. It's one of these ones here. I'm not sure which one it is, but it's one of them. Now these would tip over and it would fill up the scoreboard with ketchup. Now I said that there was two of them. That's one of them right here. The other one is still outside of Heinz Field. But yeah, it's still there. It's not on the scoreboard. It's actually outside the stadium right now. And if that's not enough of Heinz Field for you, look at this. This happens to be a goalpost right here. Look at that. That is so cool. That's from Heinz Field too. Pretty dang cool. I remember whenever I was a kid, I used to think these things were so much bigger than they actually are. But, I mean, I can't quite this, so about 2 feet before I can touch it, but I can almost touch it. All right, let's go ahead inside, and actually we're gonna be meeting up with a very special friend. But let's go inside and let's go do this. Okay, so we made it to the Heinz History Center. We are here, and look, like I said, I am joined by a special guest today. We have the redhead, and if you've seen the previous video, she might be the future That Adventure Lady. Well, not might be, she's gonna be the future Adventure Lady. All right, let's go inside. Like I said, we're gonna go in. There is a little special event after hours going on here that we were invited to. And they have a new exhibit with Pittsburgh oddities. So we're gonna go see what kind of Pittsburgh oddities we could find. All right, we're checked in. We got some drink tickets, and we are part of the Witch Pickle crew. So apparently they have us broken up into 3 different groups, so we're not all in the same areas at the same time. Well, the redhead's off talking to some friends right now, and we're gonna go kind of see what's going on here. Well, look what we found. We found the pierogi. How are you doing? Are you racing today? No races, taking the day off. All right, come in, gonna take a look around. I heard there's a new exhibit here with oddities, so we're gonna go check that out. Have you seen it yet? Not yet, a little bit, you can't tell. Okay, well, good seeing you, pierogi. And look at this, they have some food spread out for us. I was not expecting any of this. We got the drink tickets. Again, I thought we were just gonna kind of have a little day at the museum here and looking at things, but look at all this delicious looking food. Oh, I'll definitely have to hit that up later. Over here we have what they call the Heinz Hitch. Look how awesome this is, guys. Now it does say down here, there's a little sign. It says that from 1986 to 2006, that this was traveling, doing parades, hundreds of thousands of miles. Look at this. This is beautiful though, isn't it? Totally restored. I think it said it was restored in the 70s, but it's super cool. You can see up top, they have different things in there. I see chili sauce, ketchup, vinegar, beans, relish, a little bit of everything that they have here. That is super, super cool. And then right next to it, look at this. There's an old fire engine actually this one says it's from 1919. Super cool. Wow. And we're not even inside the museum. This is just the lobby that we're still in. You can see we're kind of just right here in the lobby of things, just getting kicked off. Unfortunately, we will not be exiting through the gift shop today. It's currently closed for the special event, but we can take a quick little peek and see what we can find. That looks like some oh, look at the little Mr. Rogers plush. Oh, I want that. Mr. Rogers plush. You got, of course, look at the Snuffleupagus. He's pretty cute. And then even a little pretzel. Now, I showed the outside of the building before you came in. This is a big, huge building. But look, there's actually a pretty complex history. This is it right here. You can see just how big this building is. But it used to be an ice house, it looks like. Super neat. You can see here in 1995, this is whenever they were redoing the building, making it into the museum now. And this is current day, what it looks like right there. It's that big, big building. So we're gonna go explore it. And over here you have one of the old signs. Now, I don't remember this guy's name, but he had a name, but you had to be taller than him to ride the racer at Kennywood. Look at this. This is the old car from the racer. Now, I'll say that this one was used up until 1982, which means I was alive then, but I don't think I was tall enough to ride it. So I don't think I've ever actually been in this car. So I don't see anything saying let's not get in the car. So let's get in here and take a vintage ride on the old car from Kennywood. There we go. Put our hands up. Whee! That's so cool, guys. Look at that. So neat. All right, let's go see what else we can find. I decided to grab a little bit of food, so let's get some asparagus. There we go. Got some asparagus because, you know, we like to make our pea smell funny. And some meatballs. Some 2 meatballs. There we go. And gosh, everything here smells so good too. I don't know what this is, but we're gonna try a little bit. It looks like some sort of maybe cheesy spinach something or other. All right. And a fork. All right, let's go try it. So let's give this a shot here. I'm guessing this looks like it might be a spinach artichoke, so. Yep, that's what that is. Definitely spinach artichoke. I did see some chips over there. I probably should have grabbed the chips for that, but it's really good. Let's try, looks like some Swedish meatballs. Also very good. And of course, you know, just to make sure our pea smells a little bit funnier tomorrow, the asparagus. Oh, okay. That's almost like sour, almost like it has a Italian dressing or vinegar on it. Wasn't expecting that. Still really good. Amazing food. Over here is something that I didn't even know existed before. Look at this. This is a 1965 Westinghouse Marquette. It's an electric car prototype. So this is actually possibly one of the very first electric cars from 1965. So cool, look at that. And it's Westinghouse. It looks like it's European, but nothing European about this. This is American made. Pretty cool. Let's take a peek inside here. Oh, we got the, I don't know if it's showing up, but the steering wheel is blinged out. There's not much else in there except the steering wheel. Pretty cool. Now, right up, if we take a look up above, we'll see this gigantic bell. We're gonna take a quick peek at that in a second. But first, we're gonna look at the sign, find out some more about it. It says that this is a fire bell, built in 1866. And it is believed to be the largest bell ever made in Pennsylvania. So that's pretty cool. The Historical Society saved this bell from being scrapped. Let's go up these stairs and take a closer peek at it. There we go. This is a gigantic bell, guys. Holy cow. This is 4,000 pounds, and I believe it. I'm not going to try to lift it, that's for sure. Kind of a neat view of the first floor here. Again, we're still not even really technically inside the museum. We're still on the ground floor here. Okay, let's see. We found a little hidden room here. We got a cow where it looks like we can, probably not today, but go underneath and actually milk it. That's pretty cool. But here's what I really wanted to do. Let's see if this is open. We're going through the Pittsburgh tunnel, guys. Now, usually I wouldn't do this because there's filled with kids and everything, but today's an adult only thing, so let's go down the slide. All right, here we go. Whee! Oh, ow. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, this is not graceful. Oh my gosh, I'm getting dizzy. Oh, this is a long slide, guys. Whew. Whew. Hold on, the redhead told me to sit down. I probably should that. Going down slides is a hard job, guys. And if we take a close look at that. There's actually trolley tracks because there is a full-blown vintage trolley here. So this fella over here is telling me, hey, come up, let's go inside. So we're gonna take a peek inside this trolley. We're gonna go up the ramp and go from the back to the front. Wow, this is pretty cool. Look at this. They have music going on in here, like vintage music. Gotta, sit in the back because that's where the cool kids sit. In the back of the trolley. Look at that. Oh, these are actually pretty comfortable seats. Like leather seats. Wow, pretty cool. Look at all the old vintage advertisements. Actually, that's where the advertisements are. But these are actually pictures of different Pittsburgh. And trolleys in Pittsburgh. That's cool. Alright, let's go take a peek up front now. I do really like all these lights on the top. Those are cool. I mean, they don't make public transportation like this anymore, do they? Got a nice small seat over here, a larger seat on this side. And we have a sauerkraut soul trying to get in. Now you're driving me. I'm seeing this guy. He's following me everywhere. I got my own little pierogi chauffeur going on in here. Where are we headed to? Oh, look at this. That is so awesome. We need to get going though. We're gonna be late. Awesome. All right, well, thanks for the ride, so. Hey, let's watch our step while we get off. Look at this. Look at him driving in there. That's something you don't see every day. A pierogi driving. That is hilarious. Actually, I'm kind of curious now what it feels like to drive a trolley. Let's see. We get in. We got. Now there is. Looks like a pedal here. Must be a brake, or maybe this is the brake. Yeah, this must be the brake. Guessing that one might be the gas. They're like opposite though. That's kind of weird. Now there's no steering wheel either, so obviously you're on the track, so you don't need a steering wheel. So I'm not sure. Maybe these switches here do something. Maybe I'm turning things off and on. Not really sure what I'm doing. But this is how you would drive the trolley. You know, look at this. It has like a little clock up at top here. A little rear view mirror with the redhead in it. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. Not much. Pretty cool. And one last thing, I don't know how I almost missed it. I forgot to show this. This is where you would put your change in. You'd toss your coins in the top or tokens. It would come down and ring some bells depending on what you had. And that's how the driver would know you paid. Okay, I've seen this sign before. Smoking prohibited. That's kind of self-explanatory. But this is a new one. I've never seen this. Spitting is prohibited. And that's a city ordinance. You can be imprisoned for spitting. So don't spit. Okay, well, we've made it, guys. This is what I came for. The hidden history, the Pittsburgh oddities. Let's take a peek in and see what we can find. And again, kind of here after hours at a private event. So this is, oh wow, look at this. That's pretty cool. Big old horror movie film thing. Pittsburgh's hidden history. Continue to write. Okay, check out this. This is an old ticket booth from the Garden Theater in Pittsburgh's North Side. Kind of a shady history with that theater. If you know, you know. I'm not really going to get into that, but it looks like we're about to see a little intro video before we go in.
Imagine if you had access to our collection of storage. If we unlocked the doors, provided the security codes, and threw on the lights. If we let you swing open the cabinet doors and peek into the boxes, what would you find? Simple objects with spectacular stories. Pieces so old, they transport you to the past. Artifacts that shake up your understanding of our history. Or some that just say Pittsburgh. Scary.
We saw him.
And stunning. Tiny treasures and magnificent marvels. The everyday and the extraordinary. The collections hold the key to understanding the past. Intrigued? Head through the curtains and start your journey.
Okay, guys, let's head through these curtains.
Different ways, the curators here, but feel free to think about.
Okay, it says that there's like roughly 300 objects in here, so let's take a peek in and see what they have. And this looks very, very familiar. You guys know my buddy Steelman. That is basically his costume right there. He even used to have a kind of hat like that. Not quite that one, but one very similar. Redhead just yelled Steelman too. That's cool. Okay, oh, look at this. These are the famous Pittsburgh inclines, the vernaculars, something like that. And there they go. And then once they get to this spot right there, right in the middle, that's the halfway point whenever they're side by side. Very cool. Look at this. Yins can do it. That is one awesome shirt right there. Really cool. I love that. Then down here, Pittsburgh Spirit. When I was a kid, I used to have a massive cup that I used to use. There's a Pittsburgh Spirit. It's an old soccer team, football team if you're not from the United States, but soccer team that was in Pittsburgh for a while. No longer with us. I haven't been there for 30 years. Over here we have an old sign from Pomeranian Brothers. That is so neat. One of the original signs. So cool to see. Over here we have some kind of board it's in a clear box so I can't touch it, but some kind of wooden board there with some metal things, and underneath it says, what is it? I'm guessing it's some kind of measuring ruler. Let's see if I'm right. I'm going to say some kind of ruler or something to do with measuring. It is a braille slate with a stat. Oh, okay, that's the stylus right there. It has a little thing. Oh, that's cool. So that's how they do braille. Huh, interesting. Actually, we have a couple more of these. Let's see, this one over here looks like kind of almost like a briefcase or something. Oh, that might be a little clue. There's a knob on the side over there. I'm not going to read it. It's Westinghouse. I did see that. I'm going to say some kind of like tape reader, like a reel-to-reel projector reader or audio thing. Let's see what it is. It is an automatic baconer. Okay, I was wrong, but I think I don't know what an automatic baconer is, but yeah, I need one. Okay, what is this? Well, I know immediately what I'm thinking that is. It almost kind of looks like a, well, as Disney would call it, a toothpick holder. I'm going to call it a toothpick holder. Let's see. It is, oh, I got it, a toothpick holder. That is hilarious. Okay. Also known as a shot glass. This one says John Yodanis. A wood box with a handle and some kind of window in the bottom. I'm going to say that takes some sort of environmental readings, like maybe air quality, maybe? Let's see. It is a timer clock. No, I was really wrong. That is just a clock. So cool. That was fun. Okay, I just made my way now to the creepier things. This is kind of what I'm interested in. Look at this. If New Kensington, now New Kensington is about 20 minutes from downtown Pittsburgh. If New Kensingtons were bombed, that's what it would look like. It looks like over here, maybe like a little Geiger counter. Some creepy dolls. This kind of lifeless eyes on these. Look how creepy those are. Okay, this is from La Cache Show. This is Kennywood, guys. Look at this. This is actually one of the things from Kennywood. Oh my gosh, that is beyond cool. Oh my gosh. This is my childhood here. I loved that ride. That was one of my favorite rides. I was so upset when they took it down, but so cool. Now this over here, this is a model from 1946 of the Squirrel Hill Tunnels, which, if anybody knows that, I mean, that's just basically all traffic jams. So, not the best design, but that is the original model for it. That is so cool. I mean, it doesn't get any more historic for Pittsburgh than La Cache and Squirrel Hill Tunnels. All right, it says lift if you dare. Do we dare? There's a bunch of different ones here. I'm gonna dare. Let's start on this side. Let's see what we have here. Oh, you guys know one of my biggest fears is clowns, creepy clowns. Yeah, we're gonna put that away. No. You stay back here. You stay over there. Let's see what's. Oh, I just noticed. See, so they're like little hands holding these. What a cool little detail. Okay, hopefully it's not another clown. Let's see, is it gonna be another clown? Oh, no, but it says, not sure what these are. It's just like a random eyeball and something dangling off of it. 2 eyeballs. Okay, that one's not as bad as a clown. Let's go for the third one here. And we got a Heinz tomato with a top hat. Now this isn't creepy. I would keep that. I would display him proudly. Oh, Heinz tomato there for your ketchup fans. And let's see what this last one is holding. I kind of want that for like a coat hanger, not gonna lie. Oh, this is pretty creepy. That's up there with the clowns. Just this lifeless porcelain face, little bust thing. Yeah, that can stay behind there. I was just reading the sign here. It says that we're going to show this clown poster in a minute, but it says 1 in 10 adults suffer from coulrophobia, the fear of clowns. And apparently I'm one of those 10s because this thing, yeah, that right there is nightmare fuel for me. That is so creepy. But this, on the other hand, this is pretty cool. I like that. I would hang that up in my house. Now it says over here that back in the day, this used to be a sign of wealth, wearing this poor little fox around your neck. I mean, you were wealthy. Now, I don't know. I don't think I want a dead fox around my neck. I mean, I'd feed a little snack here and there, but I don't want it hanging around my neck. It says over here, this sleigh that we're about to show you was used by Jack and Ed Biddle, known as the Chloroform Gang in Pittsburgh. They were convicted of murdering a Mount Washington grocer after robbing his store in 1901. And this right here was their getaway vehicle. This sled right here. You're not getting very far in this sled. I'm sorry, guys. And first of all, don't murder and don't rob banks. But if you're going to, maybe not use a sleigh to get away from them. Okay, it says over here we're entering tiny treasures. So I secured a magnifying glass to go take a peek at these. I feel like Sherlock Holmes right now. Oh yeah, look at it, makes it bigger. Magnifying glass work, guys. We got some Heinz bottles here. Called another toothpick holder. The world's smallest cup of tea right there. Magnifying glass so you guys can see. What do we have over here? These are tagua nuts. They're come from the ivory nut palm tree. Over here we have creepy little doll and some furniture. And some even more tiny, I mean, these are really small. Like a picture frame, I guess, dollhouse furniture. Some more picture frames and things. That's pretty dang cool. And if you're wondering just how big these are, that's my thumb there. So they're pretty tiny. Is that Big Bird? I think it might be Big Bird. Look at this dress by Oscar de la Renta. It is actually, I mean, it's beautiful, it's shiny, and the weird part is, it's all made of aluminum. Have you guys ever seen or heard of an aluminum dress before? Okay, we found some more nightmare fuel. Look at this. These are doll heads down here. Now, this was made by the Simon & Halbig doll head company, and they had warehouses just filled with these doll heads. No bodies, just these lifeless doll heads. And this one looks like he may have been partying a little bit last night. I don't know. Over here we have what looks to be a display of different toasters. Now, I've seen ones like this, look, this one's actually like a triangle kind of shape. See how it's kind of triangle-ish? Seen similar ones like that. I've never used either of these two. Those top two I have, but I have never ever seen one like this. Look at this thing down here. That looks like it is just waiting to start a house fire. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was safe, but I wouldn't trust that one. Okay, we're back at the scary Pittsburgh stuff over here. This sign says it can give you thrills and chills, tunnels, which if you're from Pittsburgh, you know that is the scariest thing in Pittsburgh because that means you will most likely be sitting in traffic. Zombies, fire meals. I mean, we do have our zombies. You've all seen the movies. Steep hills, and what scares me the most is definitely the tunnels. But this is pretty frightening too. Look at this. This is Napoleon's death mask. It's a death mask of Napoleon. What the heck? Napoleon had a smaller head than I thought. I mean, I knew he was a small guy, but it's weird seeing that. Over here is something I really wish they would bring back. Not the turnpike signs, but like that, one of the original Kennywood signs. Now, if you guys know, I have one of the big full-size ones from Kennywood Park in my house, which is one of my favorite things I have. I don't know what this thing is, but it might be the world's largest ship wheel. Look how big this thing is. Guys, I come up to here on it, standing up. That's gotta be at least 15 feet tall. Oh, that's huge. Wait, how do you even turn that? What? That is the most impractical ship wheel. At least I'm guessing it was pretty impractical. It might have been very practical. I don't know, but it's huge. Now this right here is an aircraft beacon for, I'm guessing for like runways and stuff. And over here is something you definitely don't want to have in front of you, because if you did, that means you've been very bad. That's a cell door right there. So you don't want to be behind that by any means. And in case you're wondering what I'm wearing today, it's this. I'm wearing this. I figured I'm going to try to match the redhead. She had tie-dye on, so I actually didn't wear tie-dye today. Just some random mirrors here, though. Over here, we have some eyeglasses. There are some more modern ones, but as we come down to the little ones, they get older and older and older until we get to this one. Look at this. 1865, these ones were made. These ones right here are almost 200 years old. And it looks like it is missing on one side, but you can see the other side over there. It just kind of wraps kind of loops around your ear. Pretty cool. I can't believe that they survived after all these years. It says that this hat here was used in 1937 for somebody's wedding, which is kind of cool, but something even strange about this is it's made out of beaver. That's a beaver hat. Who knew that they made top hats out of beaver? This right there is one of the oldest photographs that they have. Now it is actually printed on glass, and it is from 1860, they said. And even 10 years older is the creepy doll behind it. Of course, we have more creepy dolls. That doll is from 1850. Oh, creepy dolls. And let's see, what is this? This is a brick from Fort Pitt. So they have the Fort Pitt Museum that's down at the point. This is an actual brick from, and actually it is engraved. It says Fort Pitt 1760. So that I'm guessing is from 1760. It says right here that this shoe is actually a woman's wedding shoe from 1765. And it is looking more like an ear of corn than it is like an unhusked corn on a cob right there than a shoe. I can't imagine that being very comfortable. Not that today's wedding dresses, shoes are much more comfortable. At least I don't know. I've never worn them, but high heels definitely don't seem... Actually, women's shoes in general, except for tennis shoes, don't look to be very comfortable. Over here we have a Goodwill top hat. Kind of neat. Really neat. And it does say over here that top hat was a fireman's parade hat, so that's what that's from. And that was, wow, that's from 1860 as well. There's some old things here, guys. I mean, I'm pretty old, but I'm not this old. Now, it does say that these are almost as tall as me, guys. These two very ornate, I guess I don't know if they're dragons. We're going to call them dragons. Maybe tigers or dragons. We're going to go with dragons. There's not one, but there's two of them. Now, these were originally from the Kaufman's department stores. They said the dates are kind of unknown, but probably early 1900s. Pretty cool. Okay. Now, I saw this before. I kind of walked past it, just thought it was some kind of, I don't know, something that you wore in your head or a necklace or something. But now that I'm looking closer, this is one of the grossest things I've ever seen, guys. That's all hair. That's human hair. And if you look really close, I mean, there's different colors of hair, so that's probably multiple people's hair making this ornamental. I don't know if that's a crown or a necklace. It's something. It's a wreath. Okay, it's an ornamental wreath. So you would hang this.
1890.
From 1890. That is. Yeah, I don't think I want to hang human hair on my walls. Let's take a peek and see what it says about this wreath. Here it is right here. Yeah, from 1890. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Would you guys want a wreath made of human hair in your house? Let me know down in the comments. I think human hair, I'll put some oddities. I mean, I'm even open to some taxidermy, but I don't think the dogs will be, so that's why I don't. But human hair, I think that is my fine line. That's where I draw the line. I'm not putting any hair in my house, sorry. Over here, look at this. It's an old milk truck. Like that's how you would get milk delivered. You didn't go to the store, they brought it to you. Now, a couple of things that aren't anymore. We got the original hot dog shop in Oakland. This is the original sign from it. Anybody that remembers it? It shut down, I think, like probably 5 or 8 years ago, something like that. It was all neon everywhere. Really cool place. A lot of people recently turned 21 would go there after the bars. Above that we have the Beehive, one of Pittsburgh's more famous coffee shops. I don't think that's around anymore either. And of course, Isley's chopped ham, chip chopped ham. Chipped ham is what I always called it. I grew up calling it chipped ham, but Isley's chip chopped ham. There was Isley stores. They would sell the ham barbecue, ice cream. Those have pretty much ceased to exist as well. You can still buy Isley's ham, but you just go to the grocery store now. Well, I have to show this. I've been avoiding this one pretty much the whole time. Not because it's creepy or because it's weird, but it's scary. It's scary for me because it's that one word I cannot say. It is a giant mound of Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. There it is. I tried my best to say it. Worcestershire sauce. Over here, this is a little bit before my time, but look at that. It's the daddy-o of the radio, Porky Chedwick right there. That's one of his original business cards. Super neat to see. Let me know if you know who he is. Okay, I've been trying to figure this out without reading, but I had to break down and read the sign, guys. This right here is a cannonball. It's been cut in half, but the cannonball has like casings inside of it that would shoot additional bullets. Look at that. That's pretty creepy too. There's so much to see here. Again, you guys gotta come down here. I'm just showing a little bit of it. Like, you know, this little City of Champions salutes its Pirates World Series champs. Gotta throw them in because, you know, don't see very many World Series Pirates these days. Maybe in the future, but for now, no. But again, there is so much to see here. And this is just a little bit of the floor. We have so many more floors here. We're not gonna get to them today, but make sure you come down and see everything. Now, unfortunately, they're kicking us out. The event is now over. We're not gonna have time to see the Mr. Rogers exhibit. Well, we've seen it before. I'll put the link down in the description if you wanna see it. Make sure you check it out. It's a great video. One of my earlier videos, a little bit different style then, but same me. But that's gonna do it pretty much for tonight. Thank you all for going along this incredible adventure with me. Be kind to each other. I'll see you guys all on the next adventure. Bye, guys.